Now I am at Circuit de la Sarthe in my Alpine A110. This is a car that I created for a previous video, and I wanted to create the Alpine A110 GT4. Now I successfully did that in that it has the same weight, the same power, many of the characteristics of the GT4. But what it doesn't have is the handling. And for love nor money, I cannot find what the reason is for its unpredictable behavior. Now what's happening is under trail braking, I'm having this horrible lazy, just like that. That's a perfect example of what is happening. You're on the brakes, trail braking into a corner, and then just as you lift off, the back end just wants to swap ends on you. And when you're heading into corners, trying to be on the limit, it's an unpredictable behavior that you just cannot live with. Now, I've tried every method of tuning. I've gone through my own setups and applied things that I would typically apply. I've looked at setups online that people that have spent probably hours creating. I even tried, I thought, well, let's use one of the tunes available in Grand Turismo 7. Let's replicate one of the GT4 cars on this car, because let's not forget this is just a Alpine A110. So even with all those methods, it was still this unpredictable lazy oversteer spin, which I can show you a few examples of in a second. Well, moving forward, I thought that I had found the problem in that I was having a look at the 50-50, the weight distribution of the car, and I noticed that it was heavily rearward in this car. Now that's not unusual, considering the engine is it's a mid-engined car. This car, so it's not unusual to see a weight distribution like that. But I thought, is that the problem? So what I did was I added some ballast, got that weight forward, and just like that, it was drivable. Now I made a video on this because I really thought I'd cracked something in tuning cars in Gran Turismo 7. I was so excited. I made a video, got all the way through the editing process, and as I was putting together the final touches, for some reason it just stopped behaving and went back to its original unpredictableness. And I thought, I cannot produce a video like this. I cannot sit here and lie to people saying that this will fix your problems if you're having trouble tuning cars. It just didn't sit right with me. So all week I'd spent making a video for me to just tear it down basically and start again, because I just couldn't, I didn't want to post something that I didn't believe in. So that brings me to this point now that I'm at, and I am absolutely baffled why I can't tune this car. Let's just head on down to one of the corners here at Circuit de Sarthe. So hopefully I can just give you an example of what I'm talking about here. So flat out in 6th gear. This is quite a nice little example to just bring the speed down just slightly. It may or may not behave. See, I'm sort of counteracting what's going to happen because I know it's going to swap ends on me. I'm going to bring up the, let's in fact do that now. I'm going to bring up the where are we to here? Right, let's use the controller because this is a new wheel, by the way. I still haven't learned all the buttons. This is a McLaren GT3 wheel, which I've paired with the Fanatec CSL Elite. That's going to be returned because I got it from CEX and it's basically no good. The power keeps shutting off. So, yeah, lots going on there. So here we are in this settings menu, and this is settings sheets 3. This is the setup that I've come up with using just using some track time and just trying to come up with the best setup. This is about as best I can get it, but even that still is still too unpredictable. We can see over here we've got that nice 50-50 weight distribution, but look at there's plenty of other cars that do not have a 50-50 weight distribution that act completely reliable, and you can rely on it going into corners. And this one, even with that 50-50 weight distribution, no good. What I also did, we can see on settings sheet 1, this is a perfect replica of the 650S McLaren mid-engine car, rear-wheel drive. And even you would think applying a setup that's already on a GT4 car to your own GT4 car, that would work. But please, if someone can see something that I'm just not spotting, I would love to hear from you, because I want to love this car. I really do. It's a proper GT4 car. It can be. It's just a standard A110, but it's got all the do you mean the power is right on the money for the GT4 car, the weight right on the money, and I don't know, it's bugging me. It's bugging me. Let's head it back into the game and I'll show you some more examples of what's going on with this A110. So we'll try and do a little lap here of Circuit de la Sarthe, just so we can get the full picture of what's happening. Now I really hope that it's not the wheel that's the problem, because that would be a massive turnout for the books. I mean, that would be laughable if it turned out to be that it was the wheel the problem. I mean, it's very likely, because that is the only thing that has changed. See, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. This is horrible just as you lift off of the brakes. And if you know what trail braking is, that is what you have to do. I can get away with driving this car by just braking in a straight line, come off before you turn in. But to get the ultimate speed around a track, there needs to be an element of trail braking. And at the moment, with this car, that's just not possible. Which is a real shame, because it's as fast as any GT4 car in this game. And effectively, what I've created is a free car update, because I think if they added the Alpine A110 GT4, it wouldn't be too far removed from what I've got here. There we go. Just as you come off the brakes, you need to be on the brakes as you're sort of feeding it into that chicane, and just as you release, it's gone. Try and grab some more examples here. Lift off, and there goes the rear. Slightly, just lift off the throttle, and then there we go. It's just losing the rear. And I can't race like that. I can't race hard like that. You can tentatively eke your way around the lap, but I don't know. I'm not going to be pulled back to using this car if I've got to be worried about trail braking into corners. Because what I wanted to do was use this for the World Touring Car 700 event around Circuit de la Sarthe. I wanted to try and perfect that and use this car around there instead of using some overpowered monster that's just gonna, quite frankly, bore me to death with just being out in front like 10, 20, 30 seconds ahead in front. It's not really what I'm into. If I'm gonna do that race, I want to have a good close battle with some AI cars and make it a bit fun, if you're going to grind out the races. I just want to add as well, I know we've been through some of the setup sheets, but I want to add that I've also played about with the brake bias as well, which makes no difference. There it goes. Man, so annoying. I love this car, but not like this. What I want to do is just quickly jump into an actual GT4 car, just to prove that it's not my driving style, basically. So let's just head over to a similar vehicle, sort of a mid-engine, rear-wheel drive GT4 car, and just put the wheels to the test, maybe, and maybe some of my driving style. So I'm going to jump into the 650F's GT4. Nice mid-engine rear-wheel drive car, just like the Alpine A110, and just see like what the difference is, and see if I can feel like maybe it is the wheel. Like that'd be. I don't really know how I'd complain to CEX about that, but we'll have a go here. Let's just have a little look, see. All pretty normal as of yet. See if we can get a nice trail brake into there. Didn't really meet the apex, but nothing out of the ordinary, and that's what you need. So down into the chicane then, we're going to get on the brakes, and you can just feed this car nicely, and there's just nothing of the ordinary. You can just so much faster through there. You can, yeah, you can, there's nothing wrong with the wheel. It's the A110. Like I said, I've copied this tune onto the A110, so at least you would think that that would alleviate some of the problems. But oh, we're coming out in fifth. What my fear is that as soon as you tune up some of these lesser powered cars to the specifications of, say, a GT4 car, GT3 car, they just lose the ability. You seem to lose the ability to drive them fast around a track. Now, what baffles me is that the Alpine A110 that I've created has got like the same power, the same weight, even the same tune as this GT4 car. So why does it not behave the same? Am I missing something, is what I'm asking. So let's just have a look here. A nice bit of trail braking corner. You can just lift off the brakes nicely, no drama, and that's what you need. So one final time then, just to prove that this A110, we're gonna get on the brakes, and as we lift off, there comes the back. It's so annoying. Oh man, I want to love this car. I will do everything I can. If you've got any idea what is going on, why I cannot tame the rear of this car, is so frustrating. Again, not my normal style of video, but thanks for tuning in anyway. I'll see you in the next one, guys. Whee!